everybody, it is Julie. Welcome back to Pages and Pens. Today I am here with some booktube content. It's time for a book haul. There's a lot of them. Let's jump right into it. I have 25 physical books in front of me, and I have more that are ebooks that I'm just going to go over the titles with. It's been a minute, first of all, since I've done any kind of booktube content, so there's that. During that time, I have still been buying a lot of books. Just a lot. I also have a wrap-up coming soon and an unboxing coming soon. I don't know what order these are going to go up in. I think the unboxing might come before this, and then after this, I will do a wrap-up. Some of these I have read. Like a good chunk of these I've read. I'd say maybe like half and half. First up on my stack is Take Back Your Book, An Author's Guide to Writer's Reversion by Caitlin Duncan. Here on YouTube, you guys know her, you love her. She's a part of my Writer's Hive clan. This is a book on rights reversion. It's a craft book, basically about your agency and power as an author to take back your books from TradPub at a certain point, or also just to protect yourself if you're going into TradPub, and then some tips and tricks for self-publishing. I really loved it. I'm going to put it back over here on my shelf of my red shelf. Then we have A Psalm for the Wild Built by Becky Chambers. This is a novella, and I loved this. Spoiler alert, this will be in a wrap-up soon. I also read Bonnie Sue Hitchcock's Everyone Dies Famous in a Small Town. This is her follow-up to The Smell of Other People's Houses, and I did not love it as much as The Smell of Other People's Houses, but I didn't dislike it. More in the wrap-up. Medusa by Rosie Hewlett. Read this one. We'll talk about it later. The Nature of Witches by Rachel Griffin, which, if you do not know, is just one of the most stunning books ever. Like, it's beautiful. So these are all my read pile. I read Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney, which I got from Book of the Month, as well as 56 Days by Catherine Ryan Howard, two of my favorite female thriller authors. Absolutely adore both of these women. They just have that, like, edgy, really cool UK, British, Irish thriller vibe where they kind of really push the envelope. These didn't push as much as the others by these authors, especially Alice Feeney. She really knows how to go there. This one wasn't quite as bad, but I'll talk about them in the wrap-up. I have Kay Ancrum's Darling, which I didn't love as much as I wanted to, but I'll talk about that in my wrap-up. Burden Falls by Kat Ellis. I really liked this book. This one I actually read an ARC of and then got a physical copy. I read Harrow Lake by her, also in ARC form, but this one I did purchase the actual finished copy of. Then I had Kill Creek by Scott Thomas. I got like here and then went screw this book and didn't finish it. So hated that, but again, I'll talk about that in the wrap-up. That is getting unhauled. All We Could Have Been by T.E. Carter. I stopped somewhere by them and really loved it. Didn't love this one as much, but didn't dislike it. Talk about that in the wrap-up. E. Lockhart's Again. This one fell in water and got incredibly warped. I didn't dislike this, didn't love it. Think I'm going to unhaul it. And then I purchased In the Garden of Spite by Camilla Bruce, who wrote You Let Me In. I loved You Let Me In. This one is the tale of a famous female serial killer in Chicago, Belle Gunness. She's a real person, and this is a fictionalized account of her serial killing. It was something. I bought the physical copy because I loved her other book so much. I figured I would love this one. Didn't actually, but I'm going to be passing this on to somebody who loves true crime, but not fiction, because it reads a lot more like true crime, and I think they might enjoy it. I have a couple ARCs. This is the pile I have not read. All of those I have read, so they'll be in my recent wrap-ups. I have A Lot Like Adios by Alexis Daria. This one I have not read. This one was kindly sent to me by Avon. I'm very excited about it. And I'm starting to get into more like contemporary romancy ones. My romance is coming back. Like, I'm still full thriller right now, but I'm also reading Priest right now. I don't know who that's by, but it's just pure smut. Pure Catholic priest smut. It's something. It's been too long since I've read smut, and now I'm like, I'm clutching pearls I didn't know I had to clutch. The Love Hypothesis by Allie Hazelwood. I didn't pick this up originally for that month through Book of the Month. I think I got either Alice Feeney or Catherine Ryan Howard instead, but then everybody was talking about this, so I picked it up. I'm pretty excited about that one, not gonna lie. Unplugged, I got She Who Became the Sun by Shelley Parker Chan. Very excited about that. I also got S.F. Kosa's The Night We Burned. Pretty excited about this one as well. This one's a thriller, so pretty into that. I picked up Sins by Candace Wandrick. This one is an indie pub. This is, I think, a pretty dark erotica. This is one that I actually had the last time I did a book haul, but I didn't mention it because I thought I was going to do an exclusive reading vlog on it. I'm not going to do that anymore, but I am here for this. This one is, yeah, it's just an indie pub, self-pub book. It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey. The sequel's like already out in ARC form everywhere, and I haven't even read this one yet, but I want to. I've heard it's like Schitt's Creek, Grumpy Sunshine. I don't really know. In the Wild Light by Jeff Sentner, because it's signed and personalized, because I got it from Parnassus Books, which is like by where he lives, after I interviewed him with Melanie on Completely Melanie's channel. And I was like, you know what, I'll pick it up. And then I've heard good things, and it's signed and personalized. I'll read it eventually, but I don't know when. And then I have a TikTok book, The Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake. I think that's how you say her name. This is all over TikTok. This is like the TikTok sensation book that actually then got picked up by Tor. They got a trad pub deal after like TikTok blew this book up, and I was able to grab a copy before that because now there's like a cover redesign. I actually really like this cover. So I have the OG. I want to read it. I don't know when I will. A couple arcs. I have Find Me by Alifair Burke. Disappearance of a young woman leaves her best friend reeling, and an NYPD homicide detective digging into her own past in a twisting mystery about female friendships. And then I also have The Cage, which follows like a fashion industry duo, like two women, one from HR, one from, I think, just like the actual fashion world, get in an elevator to go down to the ground floor. By the time they get to the bottom, one of them is dead. We don't know what happened. It all happened in the elevator. So I'm pretty sure this is like a closed room, kind of a thriller. They're calling it The Firm Meets the Silent Patient, and I have seen and read neither of those. So we're gonna see. They asked if I wanted it, and I was like, I do? The claustrophobic in me doesn't, but like, I think I do. This one comes out in January 2022. This one comes out in February 2022, so I figure I'll get through those. And then last two physical is Everything We Didn't Say from Book of the Month and Normal People by Sally Rooney from Book of the Month. This is a very old book, but I picked it up as one of my add-ons. This one, I think, is what I got so I could get this as an add-on. It's a thriller. This one's a thriller. This one's like a very quiet, character-driven book. I don't know much about it. Juniper was 19 when the world was torn apart. Her neighbors were brutally murdered right outside their barn. And to Juniper's horror, her younger brother became the prime suspect. In an instant, everything she loved fell away. And now she's back in the town to help a friend. But really she's there to repair a relationship with her teenage daughter, the source of her deepest regret, and to solve the infamous Murphy murders. Will history repeat itself? True crime podcaster starts sniffing around. It had a lot of things that I was really excited about, so I picked that up. That's the thing I did. My list of actual ebooks that I got underneath this giant pile of books that I have. I got Priest by someone. I don't know. I'll put up the cover here and then you'll know. Also Den of Vipers, my TikTok buys. I can't help myself. I see it on the Smut Talk, and I'm like, I'm gonna get those. So I did. We Need to Do Something was a horror novella that I downloaded, did read, did not like. Come Closer, I think, is another horror novella. Started reading that, did not like it, DNF'd it. Soul Taken by Katie Duncan, also known as Caitlin Duncan, and that is her YA, and I am very excited about that. Have not read that yet. Ashes, Keepers, The Savior's Sister, and The Savior's Champion were all a part of like a 99-cent with a whole bunch of authors at the same time Soul Taken was on sale. And then I also have Come With Me, which is another horror book, I think. I think that's all I bought on my Kindle. I did get some free downloads from the Bubbles and Books box that were like paranormal romancy and then like contemporary romance smutty. And they were free with the Bubbles and Books box, so I didn't count those. But I did talk about which ones I downloaded in that video unboxing that, if you want to go over there. So 25 physical books, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 ebooks. I regret nothing. That's not true. Some of these books that I read, I could have done without. But like in general, I regret nothing. But then also some regret. That is going to be everything for this book haul. It felt like a lot until I started talking about it, and then I was like, oh, I used to do much worse than this back in like my true book buying days. Although if you look at the number of books that I have read this year, this is sinful because I have not been reading nearly as much while I've been writing. Should I have bought this many books? Probs not. Probably no. This is the stack of the ones that I bought that I've read. Not horrible. That's not that bad. This is okay, right? And the Take Back Your Book, which I put on my shelf already. There's some 5-star books in here, and I didn't have very many 5 stars. When I film my wrap up, you will see that. Unfortunately, not a ton. But what are you gonna do? It's okay. That's gonna be it for this video. I promise there will be book content coming again. Now that A Curse in Ash is out there in the world, I have a lot more writing to do. But as I read, I promise to try to be better about getting these wrap-ups done. All right, friends, that's it for this one. If you liked it, be sure to give me a big thumbs up, click subscribe, click that notification bell so you know when I put out new content, and I will see all of you in the next video. Bye, friends.